Sports, we got a rookie to look at
Yes,
tonight.
Another rookie profile. Last night we looked at Olden Polynice, the #1 draft pick by the Sonics. Actually, they had 2 in the first round. They wound up with 2 anyway. Tonight, a look at a guy who those of us who have followed the Great Alaska Shootout for the last few years are well familiar with. It was just an exhibition game, Kings and Sonics Sunday at the Sullivan, but we got a good look at Kenny Smith, the pro. Last time he played here, it was Kenny Smith, the college star. He helped North Carolina win the shootout 2 years ago. Right now, he is making the adjustment, as they say, but he shouldn't have any trouble playing in the NBA.
The NBA draft speaks loudly for Kenny Smith's reputation. The Kings took him 6th 4 months ago. He's yet another name on the long list of first-rounders out of North Carolina. First round or not, Smith figures he's got a few things to learn before he becomes an impact player.
I think overall just the concentration level is a notch up, where you have to concentrate for every possession, every player, a lot more because the guys in this league can play so well.
Kings coach Bill Russell is very high on Kenny Smith. Russell says he adds a whole new dimension to the Sacramento attack, running the basketball.
Well, it's something I've been doing all my life, so hopefully I'll be able to do it a little bit better on this level. And right now I feel good about the situation, and everything seems to be working well.
Smith says he never imagined playing for a living legend like Bill Russell, but he's always had good coaching. His high school coach is a Hall of Famer. He played for Dean Smith at Chapel Hill. Russell will help Smith and all of the Kings.
I think he brings instincts into the game where a lot of coaches can have the X's and O's, but the instincts of he has that if he's been on the court and he knows what's going on out there is definitely an added plus for us.
And Kenny Smith is a big plus for the Sacramento Kings. They won't waste any time putting his skills to work.
3 other guys we saw Sunday will not be playing for the Sonics this season. They cut Michael Phelps, Terrence Stansbury, and Scott Wedman today. They just got Wedman last week in a trade with the Celtics. If the Toronto Globe and Mail is right, Paul Coffey is about to end his holdout and go back to the Edmonton Oilers. Word is he will okay a 6-year contract worth $3 million. He's got 2 years left on a deal that pays him $320,000 a year, and Coffey says that is not enough. Now, the Oilers ought to pay him whatever it takes to get him back because they have lost another one, 3-1 tonight, beaten by the Canadians at the Forum. Sabres and Hartford play a 2-all tie. The Leafs over the Islanders by 3. LA by a goal over the Rangers. Detroit is ahead of Winnipeg in the second. We will have all the finals and some highlights tonight at 10. They will run a big horse race Saturday, the DC International at Laurel, that track right outside the nation's capital. Now, this is the horse you call the surprise package, Jask, straight from the Soviet Union, winner of the Russian version of the Kentucky Derby. Now, you may not know a thing about the horse, but his trainer is no stranger to the diehards. On the left, Nikolai Nasibov, the jockey. On the right, Nikolai Nasibov, the trainer. Back in the U.S. for the first time in 21 years, for the first time since he rode to his second-place finish in, yes, the D.C. International. Big difference, says Comrade Nasibov, between riding and training.
I'm more nervous now than I was as a jockey, but before, because as a jockey I sat in the saddle myself and I knew what I was going to do, but I'm not in that position, so I'm not sure.
Ought to be real interesting on Saturday. There was a fight controversy tonight in London. Jorge Vaca took the WBC welterweight title from Lloyd Hunnigan. Now, they bumped heads in the 8th round. Vaca wound up with a bad cut over his right eye. He could not continue, so under WBC rules, they took a point away from the champ, went to the scorecards. Vaca won it on a split decision. It was Hunnigan's first loss in 32 fights. Vaca says he will get a rematch. Maria and Todd, that's it for now.
Somehow it's hard to picture the Soviets having like a Kentucky Derby there drinking mint julep.
Yeah, can you imagine the Churchill Downs of Moscow or Leningrad or Novosibirsk? Just doesn't seem to fit.